All right, we're gonna walk through setting up the slider cam. Let's get a battery. Going into the production room. We're going to our gorgeous new V-mount charger. Look at this thing. Oh my gosh. All right, we want to use one of these big hefty boys. And we're going to hit the little release underneath one of those and it'll slide off just like that. You can double check, make sure it's got the lights lit up. It will. The light will also be green on here when the battery is ready to go. So, I'm going to bring it in. And we're going to grab a chair. Get up here. Now, I would recommend pulling it slightly this way to make it a little easier moving around. You'll notice on the back of the V-mount, the reason it's called that, there's a little V right here, and that's going to slide into a V-shaped groove that's on the back of this little plate on the back. This plate is a little wobbly. I'm going to try to fix that before you get to it, so hopefully it won't be like that. It's a little harder to get on there than you might think. It might take a little trial and error, but it's going to slide in from the right and go towards the left. And hopefully, you'll kind of feel it like lock in like that. That's how you're going to get it in. Now, the one thing I didn't show you is where I actually plug power into. There are these connectors right here. It's called a D-tap. And here's the thing with those. You'll see the power cord dangling, looks like that. This guy's two little prongs inside, they're gonna fit down in there. You'll notice one side is curved, one side is flat. It is super, super important that it goes in the right way. You can force it backwards and it will mess stuff up. It'll fry a bunch of stuff in there. So make sure that like the curved part on the cable matches up with the curved part on the battery. And it should just slide right in with like little to no effort, and you'll immediately see some stuff is starting to come on here as soon as we plug that in. So I would actually do that first. I'll probably plug it in first, then slide the battery on, just like that. Okay, the last thing we have to do, you'll notice the camera is like hanging at a crazy angle like this. We need to turn the DJI gimbal on. To do that, we're gonna hold this power button for just a second. You'll hear the ding, that means we're good to go. And it started up. Okay, cool. That's all we need to do at the slider. Next up, PlayStation. Hit our PS button. It's gonna glow blue for a second and it's gonna light up. That means it's connected, and you should be able to use the D-pad to move up and down on the menus. The first place we're gonna go on the menu is to guided. We're gonna click X on that, and we're gonna scroll down to number 5, which is calibrate. We'll hit X on that. Now, this is where we're setting, where it's gonna detect the stop points on either side of this rail. And it's very important to do it in a specific order. You wanna go this way, so kind of like, if you're imagining the direction the camera's facing, it goes to the right, and then back to the left. So I'm gonna gently start moving it forward, and you'll feel it automatically stop. And then we're gonna do the exact same thing on the other side. I like to kind of slow down a little bit as I approach it so I make sure that it like hits that little sensor correctly. You can see
You'll see a little red light there too.
Yes, you'll see a little red light as it gets it.
Yep.
And now, if you were to zoom it back over to the other side, it's gonna know where it is in the track, and it's gonna slow down and land right on that mark. Okay.
Great.
So that's all we need to do there. Now, we're gonna go ahead and get back and like actually set up our shot. So we're gonna hit square to go back. We're gonna go up and select Interview Monster. That is the kind of like preset path that it'll take. We're gonna hit X on that. So now we're using joysticks to set our start position. So this is where we can actually like operate everything. We can use our right stick to pan left and right and tilt up and down. We can use our left stick to move back and forth, but we want to start over here on this side, so that'll be our start point. I'm going to throw this up on the screen so we can see it. Would you hit camera 3 up on the screen? Oh, okay. There we go. All right. So the idea here is we want the entire LED wall in the shot. Don't forget that it disappears behind that pole. Might be tempting to do it over here, but yeah, don't forget about the little part that's behind the pole.
The point is we want the LED wall centered to the frame.
Exactly,
the
yeah,
whole
LED
way.
in the center of the frame. So I think that looks good, and I'm gonna hit X. So now on the little screen it says use joysticks to set endpoint. So I'm gonna run it to the other side. And it'll stop right there. And then I'm gonna move it back over, get it right in the same spot essentially, and hit X again. Cool. Okay, so now on our screen right here, it says start shot. And if we want to start it, we're gonna hit X. And then you'll see it start to set up, and then it's gonna just run back and forth indefinitely forever. Now, if we want to stop it, like say it's after service or between services, whatever, all we have to do is hit X again, and it's gonna stop at the next endpoint. So right there, you can see it just stopped because I hit X. And then we want to start it again, we'll hit X again, and then it'll resume its whole trajectory there. And that should be it. Everything should just kind of get up and work and be locked in at that point.
And with that big, beautiful battery, it should last all 3
It
services,
should,
right?
yes, as long as you remember to pause it between services. If it's running continuously, it's not gonna make it that long, but if you are able to hit X and pause it after service, it'll make it through all of them.
Awesome. Thanks.
Cool.